right, kitties. This is the moment of truth. Does this just fit over? No, it does not. That's going to be a weld-on piece. Holy crap. I mean, it's definitely 2.5. Well, I guess that's what we're doing, though. I'm just going to do this little section is going to be V-band only. That way it's easy to take off. I don't know. I might weld it on that side. But the reason why is because I'm going to put it right after the downpipe, and I already have a V-band right there. So it's kind of pointless to cut the other side of the pipe off, put the V-band on here, and then weld that on. That's still 2 welds. Why don't I just weld these 2 here like this, and then the next time that I need another one of these, rather than having to cut that whole pipe, re-weld it, and do all that, I just take the V-bands off, cut off these V-bands, or just get new ones because they're cheap, and then weld on new flex pipe. Well, let's hope that we just don't actually need a new one and we can use this one. That'd be perfect. On the other hand, I just thought about how much force and stuff I might be putting on the V-band clamps if I do that, and I don't know. Being that we already have a V-band right there, we've got another one just down at the bottom of that pipe. That'll put 1, 2, and then we'd be at, 3 clamps? That doesn't sound too terrible. I don't know. I'll think it over and I'll decide and let you know exactly what happens. All right, so I was trying to tell you guys earlier, but my brother showed up, and so I'm just going to restart this. Man, I made an oopsie. And if it wasn't for 802 Garage, I probably would have just kept doing my oopsie until I ran out of welding wire. So I'm pretty sure a bunch of you guys have figured out that I was using the wrong welding wire. I wasn't using flux, apparently. I was using something that, you would have needed gas for. So this, that looks about 15 million times better. I mean, besides all the splatter, and, a lot of it was just me trying to figure out exactly what the temperature, a lot of it was just me trying to figure out what temperature I needed to use it at, what setting, the spool, and all that kind of junk. And I can clean most of that crap off if I care. But yeah, it's a million times, don't worry, that's not an actual hole. It just looks a million times better. Looks like I actually know how to weld a little bit. Not this side though, this was rough. It was definitely some playing around that needed done to get everything dialed in. I ended up having to go, that's the album will look too terrible. That's on the lowest setting possible. So, anyways, there it is. It's all done up. Nice and flexy boy. So let's take this sucker over here and see exactly how everything matches up. If I measured it right, that thing should be short enough that we don't have any issue. So give me just a sec here. I'll bolt it all up. We'll see what happens. Well, turned out perfect. Whoop. It's doing exactly, just ugly, but it's doing exactly what it's supposed to. And if you look at it, you can see there's the other frame rail. The exhaust doesn't start sticking out at all. Even down there. See, that's where the frame rail would be at. So realistically, we could let it come down a little bit down here. But, so we would do something like that. Roundabout. Yeah, because you can see the other frame rail over there. Right, there we go. So, still keeps it nice and tucked up in there. And then here, just try to make sure that the PPF and the exhaust, so those 2 bolts right there, that's what I'm using for a guide. And then I do want to get it away from that a bit, so it'll sit somewhere over there like that. And just make sure it doesn't come anywhere near the drive shaft. And I can solid mount that too. We could put in some sort of hanger system that just makes them dead on solid. And then, so this part, so this is where things are going to get a little tricky. This will actually go up like this. Okay, but we need to cut this pipe shorter to match down here. Okay, so phone holder thingy just broke. Now I'm back with my hands again, I guess, until I figure out something new. Weak? Okay, anyways, well, I'll try not to be all awkward about this because I haven't held it in this fashion in quite a while, and it's kind of weird. But I got it done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's not the sexiest thing in the world, but it's not terrible, and it'll get us up there and back. So there's the flex pipe all the way back. As you can see, nothing's holding it up. There's my booger welds. More booger welds. But as you can see, everything, that's the only hairy spot, and to be honest, there's actually more room than what it looks like. And that's something I can easily fix. But just to give you an idea, I mean, see what I mean? There's more than enough room back there. And even if the exhaust moves, it doesn't move enough to matter. That's it. That's literally it. That's all it's gonna move. Right? Made some hangers. Got one over there, one right there. And yeah, that's good for now. Oh crap. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I was gonna put the tip on, just the tip, but I don't care. I'm probably just gonna leave that how it is for right now. Yeah, it looks kind of booty. It's all sticking out, but we're not taking it to a car show. It's not like we're bringing the Miata to IFO to actually race it. That'd be cool. I would totally try. That's pointless. I mean, I would see what it runs. I don't think we can race it, but I don't know. I really wanted to take it up there, and it's ready to go. All I got to do is clean it out. I need to put on this on the other sway bar side and tighten. I need to put up a few more boost clamps. So I need 6 of them. And they'd be the 4 right there. And then right there. Ooh, yeah, the blue ones. Blue ones need put on. Everything else, I do need to put on a boost gauge, but we do have a signal coming to the ECU. So I think what I'm gonna do is stop by Walmart, grab an inverter so that I can just charge the computer as necessary, and I'll literally just use the computer for gauges to see if I make any boost or not. And do you have a mechanical boost gauge? It's right here. Got an old Banks one from a diesel, and it does work just fine. I even have a port designated that we can route it to, which will obviously give us the boost signal in the manifold versus the boost signal in the track. And these, this one goes to the blow-off valve. That one there goes to the map sensor and the ECU. We do have this one that goes off to, and this is something I do need to look into. I'm not sure. I think there's a check valve in here, but I'm not sure if there's a check valve in here or not. So my only worry is that it tries to push boost against the brake booster, and that's obviously not something that we want to let have happen, even though everyone and their mom, from what I understand, nobody messes with that when they put turbos on. But I do have a check valve here from a brake booster. That's actually from a Dodge, and so I could always go out and grab that from one of my other Dodges and just pull it off the booster and then put it in line right there if I want. I did get the catch can installed. You can see it's nice and hard mounted in there. We've got the filters, lets it go out to atmosphere. As you saw here, the inlet. So I did check this. This only goes in, this is blocked, and this is, just lets it come in. It's passive enough, it'll never blow that off. Plus it's never gonna make that kind of pressure inside here. I am probably gonna leave one spot for boost leak, mainly because that's a 15 PSI spring, and being that we're just gonna drive it up to IFO and I'm gonna tune it while I'm driving, I have an option to leave this. You can see there's a filter right there. So that's what the idle air control valve is. And basically I'm just probably gonna leave it open so that there's a little bit of a boost leak, and then I will decide as I see how much boost it makes. I can't see it making 15 psi. That's an awful big turbo for this little motor. It's 9.5 to 1 compression, but it's not like, you know, putting out a ridiculous amount of exhaust pressure. I let the thing run for probably about 10 minutes and the exhaust wasn't even hot enough out the back. You know, I could put my bare hand on it. It wasn't really that hot. So yeah, burp the air out, make sure that, you know, the air's all burped and good. Put the bumper back on, put the side skirt back on, and I guess roll out. And if it looks like it's gonna be too much of a pain between it, because I got about 12 hours until 7 o'clock. And that's if I want to leave at 7. I'm not a racer. I don't have to show up butt crack of dawn. I'd like to get up there somewhere about 9 o'clock with traffic and everything, and then parking's probably going to be a bitch. Sitting there idling, there's probably going to be a line of cars to get in. So I don't know, I might wait a little bit, maybe show up around like 10 instead. Not really sure. I don't know what it's going to be like. So yeah, that's it for right now. It's your update. We'll get some footage of it running tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Tomorrow's IFO day, so I may just upload a video about putting on the Naro Motorsports sway bar support block. I may give you guys something from IFO. I may even just go live for a bit and just kind of walk around and show you stuff. I don't know. I know I need to go relax. So, peace.